Okay guys, back for another cast of the druid. Last time I logged out in Desolus, and what I did after that is I handed in what quests I had and picked up new ones. And after the Desolus escort quest, um, it was the last level 39 quest I got that I got access to sort of. Currently I got I think 2 or 3 level 40 quests, but I'm gonna focus on this one here in Dustwallow Marsh. On the continent of Kalimdor, I'm down here, Orgrimmar up here. It's part of a chain. I think it started up here where I picked up a head next to some humanoids up here where I have to hand in a sword and some um, spicy stuff like that, different items in order to get a little bit of experience. Next to them there was an orc head that was talking, and what I did is I handed in the head back in the day in Grumgol base camp in Straggleton Vale. On the other side here, in let's see, Grumgol base camp is up here, and some troll up here put the head in a bowl, and um, yeah, the quest became too high for me at that point, but now I'm pretty much back with a vengeance here. I think what I need now is that the head says I need a jewel pendant. Marg is the owner of the head, you could say. And these guys have a chance to drop it. They are level, yeah, I think 39 to mid 40s as I go down the coast. And the chance that they drop this pendant is pretty low. My guess is like 1% or something like that. I think it's last time I did this on one of my characters, it took quite a while. It doesn't drop from these guys. There's another one here though. So the quest, I'm actually sort of, I wouldn't say worried, but I'm wondering if I brought enough mana to do this actually. But this will most likely take quite a while. I just thought for a second that it actually dropped there, but of course it didn't. Yeah. Uh, the end reward, is it worth it? Yeah, I'd say actually for a change it is. But we'll see when we get there. Just gonna move my owly ass up here. Oh my god, I actually got it. Jesus. This is incredibly lucky. I think last time I probably killed like close to 100 mobs, something like that. And this was maybe the 5th or something. But this is actually the pendant I was looking for. Very surprised it dropped this fast. I'm not complaining though. All I need now is an epic from this guy, but I don't think actually they can drop it at this level. Anyway, I need to hand in the pendant. I'm still pretty, I don't know, amazed about that it dropped this fast. In my wildest of imaginations, I, I hadn't guessed that really. I mean, I think I've grinded this pendant on 2 characters before, and I think the minimum was probably like more than 50 kills, I think. And here it dropped at the 5th guy or something like that. But it just shows pretty much how random this game is. I mean, it's all drop percentages, meaning it's luck, really. Luck or bad luck. Anyway, I'm gonna hand in the pendant. Because I have to brag in guilt about this, I guess. brag, but inform. Um. Alright, we're off to Orgrimmar then, and Fly Guys over here. Yeah, there's a lot of drama in the guild about some stuff or something. I was looking into it a bit before. The other level, actually, I think I have. No, actually not. Might. I'm just gonna check out if these are actually the last two level 40s. I think so. 41. Lots of 41s. Two and oh yeah. Well, I actually have one more level 40, but it's inside a dungeon, and I don't think it gives any reputation. It's from some dwarf in the Badlands. But I'm sort of slowly grinding my way towards the picking up the quests, getting ready for an Alderman dungeon run. I actually, and I kind of forgot, I did one part of this quest. It's called Necklace Recovery Take 2. What it's all about is that you, outside of the instance itself, I think you can probably grind it inside as well. There's a pendant that can drop. It's actually an alliance quest, but you can hand it in by some of these guys here in Orgrimmar. In the drag, I think, yeah, it's up here in this house where I can pick up this Strand Ruffus. He offers an additional quest here at 48, but that's another matter. But I picked up, no, I handed in, actually, I could pick up a quest here, and then I went to grind the necklace. I came back then here, handed in the necklace, and I knew from previous Alderman completions that it's kind of annoying. You got a quest hanging if you don't do sort of all this pre-work first before you do and actually, well, go there with an actual group. So yeah, after you hand in the necklace, you can then get necklace recovery take 2, and that's currently where I am. I have to go inside the actual dungeon, I mean through the portal to the dungeon, and then I have to pick up an item from a skeleton sort of in you don't have to go that far inside the instance. If you're alone, it could become a problem if you're not high enough level. And but yeah, I got the advantage of stealth, so I'm probably gonna look into it if I can solo it. I'll see to it when I get there. I'm still amazed about I like the drop that fast. Uh, okay, so the guy is all here up by in Thrall's throne room. And nice to see there's got a lot of people online at the moment. It's Saturday evening after all, so but from what I recall, this is one of the quests that's worth all the effort. And I can. It might not be for me, but actually I think it is. The reason why I'm saying that it might not be for me is that I have one pretty good ring. I got this one, 6 intellect, 7 spirit, and this is fairly nice ring as well, but I'm gonna get a ring. It's a cast. You can either choose a caster ring or a melee ring. I forgot about the stats, but we'll see that when we get there. Oh, and here we go. So, for all this trouble that started with the head, and there's a lot of back and forth, and finally you have this grind. You can either get a ring here with 9 strength for stamina, not too bad for a warrior, or you can get this baby, 6 stamina and 6 intellect for spirit. I'd say it's better than the Welkin ring at least. So that's what we're going for. I'm gonna get 6 stamina, 1 intellect for 3 spirit. I'll take that. So Lone Tree Circle it is, and a lot of extra reputation here. I'm just gonna equip it. So yeah, not too bad. And this is for sale. So now that I'm at it, and like I said, I didn't expect to sort of get this quest completed at all. I'm gonna fly to Desolace and complete the Corruptor. The Corruptor is also the sort of end quest of a longer chain, maybe 3-4 step chain that it started in Desolace with some skin, I think demon corrupted skin or something like that. It can drop some uh, special mobs in Desolace, some cultist member like. Um, so I think I've seen this name before, but it's a guildie, so alrighty. So, but as you can see, it's an 40 plus, meaning an elite quest. And to be honest, I already forgot if when I logged in, I was telling about what I was in this episode. I was telling about what I was about to do, meaning grinding these guys in order to get the necklace that finally gave me the ring here. But what I've been doing since that escort quest in Desolace that I recorded last, there was a lot of maybe 3, 4, 5 quests which say a typical quest would be like some guy standing somewhere in Orgrimmar that says go talk to this guy, say in Tenaris or in Arathi Highlands or whatever. So I've been doing 3 or 4 of these quests with no action whatsoever. And then I grinded afterwards, like I said, the necklace for necklace recovery take 2. I can imagine that the next video I might make is to figure out if I can solo this. I mean, going inside the instance itself, snatch whatever I need, and then get out of there. Because I think take 3 is sort of the final take, where you have to kill some boss or something inside the instance, and then and then the quest will be done, I'm pretty sure. So I think you actually have to do like 3 runs in order to complete that quest. Some poor rogue here just got slain by Polly the parrot. He probably didn't read the quest, and it happens. I've been there many times, and sometimes it can become rather costly. Actually, it looks like 2 rogues were slain by Polly. Thing is, it's a rogue quest here in the Barrens actually, where you have to throw Polly a cracker, I mean a biscuit, and then she will become a normal mob instead of a big level 16 elite. And then it's quest completed. About this, the Corruptor, from what I recall, I think I need to kill 2 NPCs. It's actually 3 in a way. I think First, there's a sort of a regular level 40 with he has some sort of warlock pet. Uh, I think it's called a Fellhound. I haven't played warlock in a very long time. It's the mob. I think that sort of eats your mana. So yeah, but you could do the mobs separately. Otherwise, it would become maybe a problem. I think, but I should be able to solo it. I think. I can solo the regular guy and his mob, no problem. The elite, probably no problem either. To be honest, I haven't investigated too much about um, his abilities, stuff like that. But yeah, if any trouble, I'm gonna run. And the good thing about Desolus, where I'm going right now, is that it's a lot of flat open plains. So yeah. Anyway, by the way, the marker is down here. One of the guys, or both of them, I don't know, they patrol in this area up here. It's sort of very warlockish area, all of this sort of Manorak Coven, it's called. The other quest I have up here is a 42 elite, and I'm definitely not strong for that yet. I did it on my priest when the priest was 47, and yeah, it was pretty rough even when I was sort of shielding myself. You got waves of mobs coming at you, ending up with the 42 elite with additional mobs, I think. So the warrior I got to know last by doing the um, Arathi Highlands elite quest, and after I asked him if he would help me with that escort. That probably wasn't needed though, but better safe than sorry. He he recommended as well not to do this quest by yourself. So I'm probably gonna do it with him eventually, or someone else for that matter. Anyway, I'm just gonna check out my new ring here. Like I said, I think I bought this. Either I found it, I don't recall, or I bought it from the auction house. But sometimes you will be able to find rings like this for like nothing at all, really. Maybe we're talking 3 gold or something like that. So yeah, always worth looking at the auction house now and then. And best thing is what I do as well is gear up ahead, meaning like before I even maybe start a character, I've sort of bought a lot of stuff. Maybe not for end game, maybe, but for reaching level 20, 30, 40. There's always a couple of bind and equips out ahead to sort of strengthen the character a little bit. I can show you my gear here until I'm landing. And like I said, much of this is bought on the auction house. Like this sucker, I only seen it once on the auction house, and I got it fairly cheap because there's not a lot of people, yeah, with this spec here. Single was actually a dungeon drop for me here. And this is, as you can see, where it's from Race of and Downs as well. I think I got these for like 8 gold. My enchanter put an enchant on it. And that's the beauty of it all here. Alright, let's go get those pesky elites here. And to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna sort of buff up too much. I got my Greater Intellect, that's actually the most important for almost any quest, I'd say. The extra mana, I mean. Just trying to figure out here what ring is actually the better of these two. I couldn't say for sure. That depends later on if someone sort of values the resist that's on the ring. And the escort boys have just competed by themselves here. Yeah, I'm just buffing up because if I actually meet the mobs and the timing is right. Oh, there's actually Groom's blood here. It's quite a valuable herb, and I've actually seen quite a few sort of higher levels grinding this. Oh, might even have to fight some for it though. So are these guys 39? Uh, Groom's blood are used in sort of higher end potions or elixirs. And like I said, I've seen there's often a 60 hunter. I don't think it's a bot roaming around here because, from what I recall, the hunter is part of one of the is a member of one of the raiding guilds. Okay, so this is one of the guys. This is sort of the 40 elite. I'm just gonna mark him. Wood might actually be a good spot to grind him here. There's a lot of room. I'm just gonna try to see if I actually get him. Oh, if I can kite him. I mean, in which direction am I going? Should probably have attacked him there. Yeah. So it wasn't actually how I wanted to pull him. I prefer not to use the yeah my moonfire on him when so it'll break the root faster. As the root is I mean the root have a chance to break each time the mob takes damage. So the less sort of a damage over time you can give the mob, the less chance the root will break. I don't know how hard this guy hits. I have no idea actually. It shouldn't be any trouble, but then sometimes you have some of these elites that have some pretty crazy abilities, like say stunning you for 10 seconds or something like that, and that might put you in a bad spot. Maybe not 10 seconds, but they can do something that's yeah rather annoying to say the least. I was just about to use my innovate here for some fast mana regeneration, but then I thought about, you know what, I got peace and quiet here, I can drink next to the corpse of this guy. Interesting way to, it looks like his sword is sort of sticking upwards. Yeah, interesting way to fall. Uh, it's like instant rigor mortis. never, never mind. Um, but we have to look for the other guy and his pesky fell hunter or whatever it is, mage hunter. He's a sort of a, I think he's an orc. Uh, and he might be stationary. I don't recall him running around too much, to be honest. Yeah, bingo. Okay, so it's this guy here. Just gonna mark him. And I'm pretty sure he's, this pet will come along. So, what I'm gonna do, I think, is start out by killing this guy. So I'm sure he won't interfere. There we go. And then I'm probably gonna start out by rooting the mage hunter and then killing this guy. I don't think this guy will join up on as long as I sort of kite these two this way. There's a lot of room back here, so no problem. So that's the plan. Root this guy, kill the other. And as you can see here, he actually got aggro from me rooting this guy, so they are sort of connected. He's pretty squishy from what I see though. Yeah, I might as well kill this guy now that I'm at it. Bingo, no problem at all. I'm just gonna hand it in and let's... Oh, got more loot here. Let's see what it leads to. I think I handed in... Yeah, just up here. In the sort of secondary Horde quest hub. Oh, it's actually a Groot's Blood more here. Interesting. I didn't know they had this many spawn points. Okay, I'm gonna root this guy. I don't recall what kind of potion it is, but I think that's one of the, you know, pretty high-end potions that needs like, say, 40 of these plants for like one. It's probably not a potion, it's more like an, yeah, flask. The highest, you could say, of its sort. It's nothing that I can craft yet. I don't even know if you get one for free, you could say, by the trainer. It's probably stuff you have to find in uh, yeah, dungeons, raids, etc. Maybe world drops, even the recipes for these flasks. It can be like, not that much into them, but say Flask of the Titans, which is probably hit points or strength or both, or Flask of, I don't know if it's Supreme Power or something like that. I have seen one of the recipes for maybe 1,000 gold or something like that. It was that you could improve your mana pool with 2,000 extra mana. So it's quite sort of wild stuff really, and they persist after death, the flasks. It doesn't matter of hardcore, as hardcore, I know that of course, but it's just to show the sort of the power of these flasks, and it's for obviously for raiders, so that they may sort of die during their progress, which is probably the normal way to raid, you could say. It's different as hardcore though, but oh well, back to business here. Uh, yeah, nothing for druid here except 70 silver and 150 reputation. So that was 2 quests, guys. Probably enough for this. So with the beautiful view here of Desolate or depressing, whatever. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.